guys. I'm debating, and I don't know what I'm going to do here. I did 2 uploads just to get back to normal schedule because I know that a lot of my audience really prefers these uploads, but I've been having so much fun with these live streams on YouTube, and I was like, should we do a mixed up live stream? I have something hanging from my mouth. Oh, thanks. It was a hair. It was one of the, it was a cat hair. Last night, I was like feeling really feisty because I always feel like people want to expect me to be like the really sweet girl. And you guys, I'm not the sweet girl. Like y'all know if you hang out with me long enough that I'm going to be so nice to you, but I have 0 time for idiots. And so, I was getting so annoyed, and I wrote this and I just wanted to share this with you because now we're going to get into the tea. So it says full stop. And I said, I'm a human being. I get to cover what I want on my platform. Don't tell me how to run my business. If you want a topic covered, start your own business and cover the story. Stop guilting me to cover stories that stop guilting me to cover stories that I either don't cover or don't have time to cover. If you haven't noticed, I'm extremely busy trying to dismantle an abusive cult. Can I get a cheers? Who wants to dismantle the IBLP and the IFB? Me. So that's what I'm busy working on while you guys are bitching and complaining. All right. Sometimes I talk about other things. This is my platform, not yours. I don't tell you how to run your social media, so don't tell me how to run mine. I curse. I drink wine. I pop off when I get annoyed. I call you out if you're an asshole on a live. I'll tell you to quit if you're being an idiot. That's me. If you came to me because you thought I was the nice girl, I'm not. So full stop just means like, I don't know, somebody was getting real snarky and they're all like, full stop. Full stop. I was like, shut up. That's so dumb. Okay. So let's do this. I want to take a quick intermission to fill up my water. And by the way, it's water. I don't drink during these live streams. So I'm going to take a quick break to fill up my water. I'm going to invite you guys to join if you'd like to join and share your thoughts on Bertolino. Let's get started on Josh Duggar. You guys, the tea is so hot. Do you guys have now that I'm done with my, now that I'm done, and I'm also not commenting on anything that's going on with any people that are being weird online and trying to accuse me of saying things that I didn't say. So I'm not responding to any of that either. So there's going to be no tea. That's why I pay my lawyers. Okay, let's get started. Do you guys got your wine? I got my wine. I'm cue up my haters accusing me of being an alcoholic. All right, let's go. So she wasn't mentally or emotionally ready to show her dashboard. And yeah. Oh, how many of you guys are new? This is a channel that covers a lot of different topics. I've always had a hard time committing to one genre. I do some reality television. We do some fun gossip. We do Duggars. I don't know. Like if people are coming to my channel thinking that I'm just gossiping about something, that's not ever been the goal. And to be just your average run-of-the-mill gossip rag about the Duggars, that's not going to ever be me, and that's not what I want to be about, and that's not what I'm interested in. I took a really long break from true crime. I used to, when I was writing, that's what I focused on was crime, and it was very exhausting to constantly cover crime. So I have become well known for writing about the natural childbirth movement and for covering stories related to rogue midwives, to radical women that give birth without assistance, to individuals that push extremely dangerous unassisted childbirth. Over the course of the last, I started covering this in September of 2018. I have covered probably 20 dead babies. And you'll probably see videos of me saying that I don't do true crime, because I didn't think that I was going to go back into true crime or that I would stay on true crime. But I realized that no matter what I do, I always find myself covering cases around court situations because I like to analyze court cases. I like to analyze crime. That doesn't mean that I'm a true crime channel, but I've definitely covered quite a bit of crime cases over the years. And I guess I've changed my mind and flip-flopped on things in the past.
I think it's the flip-flopping for many. It's honestly not trying to flip-flop. I don't cover true crime. I really don't.
Many of you have asked me to look into Summer Wells, which is a missing persons case, and I'm going to decline. I don't, as a whole, like to do missing persons cases, and it's just a lot. And right now there's the whole Sophie Long, she's still missing. And I just try to stay away from that. There's always so much, like true crime is great, but there's also like a lot of toxicity with some of the true crime communities. So I don't really feel comfortable bringing the Summer Wells stuff to my channel, not because I don't believe that she needs to be found. I just don't, it's just not a story I want to bring here. I do hope that there's a resolution for this soon. But I'm going to pass on the Summer Wells stuff.
Summer Wells is still missing. We don't know where Summer Wells is. How do you actually like spread awareness if nobody wants to talk about it? If you want to live in a cushy land where nobody does anything, that's fine. But my channel and my platform has never been about that. I don't like to look the other way. I don't want to look the other way. I've never looked the other way. The Summer Wells case is so far, it's too deep at this point. I'm so far out of the loop that I can't walk into the story at this point, unfortunately. With cases, it's hard to cover things if you didn't cover it from the minute that it started, because people that have been in the story forever, they'll know that you weren't there, and you won't have all the facts, and you'll get the story wrong, and you won't have all of the information, and you won't have the whole backstory. So if you're going to get into a case, whether it's some sort of missing persons case or something like that, you have to get into the story right away. Otherwise, you're not going to be listed or looked at as credible. So at this point, I can't cover the Summer Wells case because I don't have the proper backstory and I don't have the authority, and I would just be looking as I'd be looking like an interloper. That's why with the Gabby story, we'll keep covering it. And that's why with the Sophie story, I have not stopped covering it. You know, I didn't get involved in the Summer Wells case. I was really burnt out on the Sophie Long case. That case has been exhausting. I don't know enough about it either. I mean, with the Gabby story, I came in 4 days late and I felt like I was an interloper. I mean, that's how these stories work. If you don't start covering it right away, you don't have business to cover it when it's been 7 months later. So a lot of you guys have asked me to pick up on the Summer Wells case, and I have to pass on that because she's been missing for like months and months and months. And I feel like if I entered that case right now, I would be an interloper.
You'd catch fucking hell from a lot of people.
I would catch hell if I entered that case at this point in time. I was asked to enter that case when it happened, and I was not interested. Missing children's cases are really complicated, and I don't always... The Summer Wells case, it was too much for me.
Yeah, I try to get stuff out right away as it happens. Because if you wait, if you are like behind the 8 ball, like it's almost irrelevant to actually put the story out. I hate to be behind the news. There's nothing worse than getting the story out like 10 minutes after somebody else gets it out, because if you get it out quicker, you'll get more views. And in the world of views, that matters. So there are days, man, where I'm like, oh God, I gotta do another stream. But I don't know. Anyways, who has been sucked into the missing persons case of Gabby Petito? I don't generally cover missing persons cases, but I felt like this would just be an opportunity to share information that I have discovered on the internet and provide information for you guys to share if you have any tips and where you should call if you have any information about this. We'll be continuing our coverage of this case. This specific case really spoke to me because of a variety of reasons. I know I get a lot of requests from you guys to do missing persons cases. And I have to feel like I always have to pick and choose. But this one specifically spoke to me because Gabby actually reminds me of my best friend from college. This year, my income is like way more than it was the previous year. So I'm just going to keep hoping that every year I'm doing this, I'm just going to make more money. And it'll even make more money. And then my family will actually not be so damn poor. I mean, we're not poor, but you know what I mean? Like, unfortunate that there are so many women in that area and girls that have gone missing and there's been no media attention. It's heartbreaking that there are missing children all across the country that nobody is utilizing or getting this kind of traction from. It's unfair in a lot of ways when one person gets the attention and you have all these other missing people that want that attention too, and they want people to know and look for their loved one too. I think it's just hard because you don't, you know, it's not fair for sure.
Okay, so I've been getting a lot of requests about this missing girl named Summer Wells, but I'm not going to cover it. Sorry, there's already so many people covering it, and I just don't. I don't normally cover that kind of stuff, and missing persons cases are just always so much.
This work is fun, but this is the kind of work that pays the bills. The stuff that I'm super passionate about doesn't always make me the money. So I have to do a combination of both tea and advocacy here. In the world of news, celebrity stuff seems to pay the bills.
I keep getting like people asking me to cover the Summer Wells disappearance, and I'm just going to stay away from that as a whole. I'm only doing the Sophie stuff because I covered that last year. Normally I wouldn't cover missing person stuff. It's just not what I normally do. It's really hard stuff. I don't know anything about the Summer Wells thing, so I can't speak to it. I have a lot of people asking me about it, and I'm just like not going to cover it. I cover the Sophie stuff briefly because I don't want to be using my platform in a way that's like monetizing that kind of stuff. I didn't say only if something gets views. I said I have to be mindful about what will get views and then what I put my energy into. So I have to be very careful about when you have an audience that has come to your channel to expect something, you have to keep delivering on what they expect, but also provide other content to other people. So it's a delicate balance. It's not like, but views do matter when it's your job and your profession. So you have to be mindful. And you also have to be mindful of the subscribers that have subscribed to you for certain content. So if your subscribers are expecting content about X, Y, or Z, you have to make sure that you deliver X, Y, or Z. And then you can test different topics to see how well they are viewed on your channel to see if there's interest. It's kind of how it works. But if you have to spend hours to work on something and you're not going to have a lot of people engaged in it, that will overall matter.
He's an amazing kid and I love him, and I work my butt off for him, and sometimes to the detriment of my tenacity to become more relevant in this world. I'm a workaholic and I miss things with him. I only have this short amount of time to work, and he's gonna, if he becomes an adult and if he lives, and once I go, he has to have something to live off of, and he's not going to work. And so I feel all of this pressure to do so much right now to try to make more money for him, and then at the detriment of that, I feel like we're always missing things with him.
I don't bully people.
You bully people. But.
Anyone,
What about?
why are you so obsessed with people profiting off of Gabby's case? Her parents have fucking asked people on social media to use their platforms to spread her case around. And if people don't talk about it, the case dies. I don't make money off the Gabby case. My money comes off reality television. Have you looked at my views? Do you want to talk about people fucking profiting off Gabby Petito? Go look at Sloan. His videos have 300, 400,000 views. I don't have, my biggest Gabby video has 70,000 views. It's none of your business what other people do with their fucking money. And if you're worried about what people are doing on their platform and how they're making money, shame on you.
Stop bullying Josh Duggar.
People can monetize whatever they want to monetize as long as it's legal. It's none of your fucking business if people monetize shit. And if you don't like it, start your own fucking channel, start your own business, and you decide how you make your money. Okay?
I just don't get it. Does he want to create an online church? Does he want to have online followers? Yeah, I'm talking about Ginger's husband. No, I think he's the same as he was in Texas. Honestly, I think he's probably worse. You're that's an issue too, the nonprofit status. You think he wants to have hope? If he wanted people to have hope, then why would he try to make money off of it? That's my question. That's only my question. If you want to have hope, why do you have to make money off of it? Like, I tell stories and I report on things and I want to make money. And I'm honest about that, you know. I do my job for money.
You know, whether I choose to do my job on YouTube or writing is really irrelevant, right? Because I'm making money no matter what I'm doing. And whether you agree with that or not doesn't bother me. Whether you think I'm an asshole or not doesn't bother me. If you're watching this and you still think I'm an asshole, that's cool. Sharing, liking, give this video a thumbs up on the way out. Tell your friends about us. We enjoy this community so much. And this specific topic for us about Gabby is about domestic violence. It's not about sensationalism, gaining clout. I don't care about that. What I care about is justice, and what I care about is raising awareness around topics like domestic violence. All three women that I cover on this channel at the same strip club opening together. It was like a present in my inbox this morning. I want to know what your thoughts are. Do you think it's weird that they were there? Do you think they were fighting for the camera? Do you think they were fighting for attention? Do you think they really got along? Do you think Jen, Harley, and Larissa were like swapping DV stories?
Harley and Larissa were like swapping DV stories.
The Duggars I covered anyways, just because they're in a cult and I already knew that it was true crime to begin with. So it was an easy parlay for me because with the Duggars, it's complicated because there's so many of the kids. So I can still satisfy people that want to just catch up with the kids. I cover the sister wives because women in polygamy are abused. I cover fundamentalism because women are abused and children are abused.
Well, you don't have to watch the Duggars content, but I'm not going to stop doing the Duggars because the Duggars are my highest viewed content every single day.
I've done some videos on the Bates. The Bates don't get as many views.
I can do stories today about the kids in Utah or in Idaho that are missing, and because of your support, It's okay if I have a video that doesn't have monetization.
Covering the Duggars for me is that there's so many of them. So I don't get bored covering them because there's like 40 of them. Like more than 40 of them. There's like always someone to talk about. If you have like a single topic, and I don't, but if you were to have a single topic and you only talked about one person, you would get bored, right? But if you have a family that has 20 children, that's a lot of personalities, that's a lot of conflict, that's a lot of chaos. It's just a lot.
And if you're mad at me for being judgmental, that's the other comment you guys are giving me a lot in the comments. Dude, this is a commentary channel. If you don't like my opinions, find one that you do. Like, my whole job is to have opinions and be judgmental. If you don't like it, just go. Like, there's no reason. And if you're going to unsubscribe, you don't have to, it's not an airport. You don't have to announce it. And I'm not being mean and I'm not being snarky when I'm saying this. I'm just telling you, like, if I'm doing something that annoys you that much and you really can't appreciate me, or you just don't find my sense of humor funny, or you think I'm a judgmental bitch, then go find someone that loves lollipops. But I'm a snarky ass bitch, and that's just me. I'm snarky. I have opinions. I'm here to judge the women from Teen Mom 2 and all other reality shows. And tonight we're going to do a whole lot of judgmental snark against the Duggars. So if you can't handle a little judgmental snark against the quiverful cult that is the Duggars that treat women like shit, go find somewhere else, I guess. I mean, God, lighten up, y'all. Seriously.
The algorithm literally doesn't care if you get a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It doesn't matter. It just means that people are watching and they are being petty and thumbs downing you, thinking that it matters, and it really doesn't.
It makes them somehow feel superior.
Yeah. And honestly, publicity is still publicity. So whether you're watching or you're not watching or you're doing whatever, like all of these videos, all they do is make people know about me. You know?
I hit the unlike button. Oh, felt so great.
I didn't say that being famous for wrong things is okay with me. I'm just saying that, like, anyone that talks about anyone, period. That's just how it works. No one ever talks about people for good reasons. Like, go to any tabloid. Do they ever say good things about the stars that they're covering? No. And I'm not saying that I'm a star. I'm just saying that, like, the good stuff, nobody cares about the good stuff.
Mr. Big Stuff, anything you want.
I just have literally a group that thumbs downs everything before I even start. I'm not that special, Dawn, but yet you're here. Welcome. Thank you for being here. The fact that you're watching is amazing.
You're not dead.
You're not special, but yet you're in my chat commenting.
It's like, oh yeah, well my dad can beat up your dad.
You like watching train wrecks? Well, hey, watch. Does that make you feel better about yourself? Thanks for helping my engagement. Love you.
I'm not going to stop writing about stories about children that are disabled and abused. I'm not going to stop writing about dead babies. I'm not going to stop writing about children that are murdered. What am I going to do? What am I going to cover? Because what I can cover on YouTube is totally different than what I can cover on my column, because the stuff that I write about on Pathios would never get me views on YouTube and would never get monetized. And I'm not going to work for free. I'm not. I know some of you will be like, but it's not really work, you guys. Like, all you do is just sit there and talk. No. Yes, I'm trying to stay monetized.
How long have I been a horrible person? Since I was born. Thank you, Marcus Neiman. I am a wonderful person.
And she was saying that I was like a bad person. I know it's like the running joke on Twitter. It's the running thing. It's the running theme on YouTube these days that I'm a terrible person. I can live with that. And I never said I was nice, right? Oh, and if you want to really help the channel, share the videos with your friends. Tell them about me. I love meeting your friends. Thank you guys for your support this week. Thank you to the haters who watch me.